Well, hi, sixth grade. Hey, so as you can see here, I got my shadow box all assembled. The back's nailed on, and the four sides are nailed on, and got the Christmas tree nailed in there. Looking pretty good. I've been sanding on my box here, and I've sanded probably for, I don't know, maybe a little over an hour. And I started with the rough sandpaper that was in the package, and I've worked my way almost down to the smooth. And so when you sand these things, here's my advice to you. If you look, you can see the grain of the wood going across the board this way. We always want to sand with the grain, never against the grain, okay? Let me back this up just a little bit so you can see. So we're going to sand with the grain, back and forth. Notice I don't fold up my sandpaper. I don't want to round these edges. We want to keep them nice and square, nice right angle here, especially on this inside. We want to have a nice square edge all the way around. You know what I mean by square? Is I want these two pieces to meet at a 90-degree angle, okay? So I'm gonna sand the four sides of my box, these four sides here. On the back is already pre-finished, so the only thing I'm gonna do is, on these very sharp edges here, I'm just barely gonna take maybe just 30 seconds to round just that edge a little, and just this edge just a little bit, and then maybe go up and down here, and this side as well, and get those four corners sanded. But you don't need to do very much work on the back. And then on the inside, the only thing that needs to be sanded on the inside is the top of the Christmas tree, okay? Because you don't want any little lips here, okay? And then any pencil mark that you can see, we should probably erase or sand off. So like, I have one there that needs to be sanded out, so I'll take my piece of sandpaper and put it around my finger, sand that out, and we're gonna get it all sanded down. It's gonna take, I don't know, takes an hour and a half, 2 hours to sand the box down and get it really nice and smooth. Before you sand too much though, you should probably check to make sure your glass fits in there. And if done correctly, your glass, this is your plexiglass. I know everybody thinks, well, how's that glass? Well, the glass is inside here. There's a protective layer. It should drop down into your box and sit in there. If it wiggles around a little bit, that's perfect, okay? I made your guys' box so that the glass had a little bit of room, but if it doesn't fit, you can cut, let me see if I can get it back out. You can cut this glass with a bandsaw, a chop saw, a hacksaw, or you can just sand it. If it's off just a little bit, you can just sand it down a little bit. Don't wrap the sandpaper around the edges while you sand. Just hold it nice and flat and sand it out, okay? So we want to make sure this fits, and we want to get our box completely sanded down. I'm going to go ahead and reset and show you a video on how to put filler or putty into the holes that the nails are in. Okay? All right. Talk soon. Bye.